I do think Olivia and Jason are comics. And I also have noticed a lot of comics, a recent comic I had. Everyone, welcome back to No Light Tarot, or welcome to No Light Tarot. This is a channel about hot topics through a tarot perspective. So let's get into the reading. I'm really excited to have you all. Thank you so much for joining. If you want to become a member, click the join button. You get lots of perks, including a raffle every month for free tarot reading, personal tarot reading. You also get early access to videos, first choices on requests, so it's really worth it. The membership has been growing. Thank you everybody who's joining. I'm so grateful. So let's get into this reading. I decided to do this on my own accord because there have been lots of updates, obviously, with this Harry, Olivia, Jason situation, and yeah, I feel like it's worthy of doing an update. I said I was going to keep doing updates about Jason and Olivia. I do think, okay, so usually every Wednesday, I go live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, around 4 p.m., 4:15. And the last live I did, somebody said, do you think that Harry and Olivia are each other's comics? And I actually don't believe that. And I'm going to tell you why. When I first met a comic that I had, I believe I've had 3 comics in my life. When I met the first one, I felt an energetic draw to them, and they described it as the same. Now, I don't believe that we were soulmates because it was just too hard, it was just such a toxic relationship that I don't think that somebody that's meant to be your mate would put you through so much, and vice versa. I put him through a lot. We put each other through a lot, like too much, put each other through a lot. And when I met him, though, I just felt I saw him, and I just knew this man would be significant in my life somehow. So the energy is connected. When I get to why I'm talking about comics, with specifically this video, the reason why I don't think Harry and Olivia were comics is because I get the energy that she was the one drawn to him. She was the one who chased him. And a lot of the time in comics there's like a combustion of energy, and one will chase the other, or vice versa, but at different times. But there will be a magnetic force. I didn't get a magnetic force to each other, but I got that she was after him a lot. So that's why I don't think that they're comics. I really don't. But I do think Olivia and Jason are comics. And I also have noticed a lot of comics. A recent comic I had was my opposite sign. And a lot of the time, opposite signs, sun and opposite signs, I believe. This guy, to me, was a Leo. They are Pisces and Virgo, And I often describe, especially with this past Leo that I experienced something with, he triggered me in a way I'd never been triggered in my life, and I always equated to my last relationship. We never ever fought. We fought once, and I almost broke up with him, but we didn't. But with this Leo, he triggered me that I didn't even recognize who I was. And that's the thing, a lot of comics, same thing with my first comic, second comic, they'll trigger you in a way that you're like, oh my gosh, I don't recognize myself. And I see specifically here, Jason is very triggered. So is Olivia, but she's kind of suppressing it. But he is very, very triggered. And I think he just wants her back. And I have said that before. So, with 3 of Fire in reverse, Temptation, and 9 of Water, I see him thinking about her a lot, especially at night. And wondering, I think he's, poor thing, he's in therapy, and this is very, very sad. I think that sometimes, because his sun is in Virgo, I think that sometimes Sun and Virgos, they get so emotionally, they're very devotional people. And I was just saying this about Olivia. That's why I think that they're comics. I think sometimes when you put so much time and energy into something, it's hard to let it go, you know, especially if it's a person and a relationship. So like, I did this for them, I did that, because I think we are conditioned to think if we put enough time and energy into something that we deserve a return. But the truth is that if we put in 100% energy into something and someone, and they decide to walk away from us, it's their choice. And you have to decide if it's worth it. And that's why a lot of people, I feel like, are afraid to get into relationships, because they're like, oh, you know, I have to put this much time. And trust me, I've been guilty of it too. If I didn't put this much time in or energy in, I'm like, because I feel like I'm owed. When nobody owes you anything in life, you know. So I think he's in the mode of I'm owed. He's kind of bitter right now. And the reason why I believe they're comics is because Olivia is bitter about Harry, in my opinion. The Seven of Earth, he's kind of looking towards, you see how this person's looking to the side? It's like a pixie, so cute. Looking to the side. And I strongly believe that he has actually been waiting for them to break up so he could swoop in and get his family back. But she, Nine of Fire in reverse, is not interested. She's not interested. Her eyes are set on Harry. And I did do an update recently about Harry and Olivia, so you are subscribed to continue watching these readings. I love doing these readings because we can learn so much from these people, you know, especially because, and that's why I gave you stories too about myself. It's not so that I can put myself at some kind of pedestal, because trust me, I've messed up a lot of my life. I've done some things right, some things wrong, and it's okay. All of us have. But I do it so that there's a level of relatability that all of us can relate to, you know, because that's how we learn. And this channel is about growing, evolving. It's not about just staying the same. So, Ace of Fire in reverse, the Empress, and Page of, yeah. So he is dead set on her. Thinks the Empress energy, he wants to get back together with her, and she's just not. Eight of Earth, she's not in it completely. So that's what I have for you all. I love you all. Please comment. I would love to hear what you say. Take care.